Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hall of Games. So, in the first episode, Los Petro told me that game was a little boring, and I agree, it was kind of lower key, a little more casual. Today, I have another game, and I'm hoping that one's a little more entertaining for everybody. But before I get to the gameplay, Yorkie was telling me that he felt I should also give out my NFL picks on this video. And I thought about it and I thought, well, you know what, Yorkie? Instead of giving a man a fish, why not teach him how to fish? So I put together a video to teach you how I come up with my NFL picks. Okay, to start, we have function of A. Function of A is equal to the height of the grass plus the amount of beer consumed divided by the alcohol content percentage. Okay? Follow me there so far? All right. Next, we have function B. Function B is equal to the number of stadium seats times the number of average ball caps worn in the stadium. All right? Okay. All right. So once we've got that, for every team, by the way, you do this for every single team. Then what we do is if A squared is equal to B cubed, well, then the home team's going to win. Else, if B squared, so not B cubed, B squared is equal to A cubed, so not A squared, A cubed, then the visiting team is going to win. I mean, it's really simple. It's pretty simple there. Should make sense. But, and then if neither of these statements are true, then it's going to be a tie, so it won't matter whether you pick the home team. Anyway, hopefully you got that understood. Well, there you have it, Yorkie. That's how I make my picks. Now you can make the same picks as me. Anyway, before we get into the gameplay, I need to take a brief moment to give time to our sponsor. I know last week it was a lot longer. I promise this is a very short ad.
Why is it every time you look at your bank statement, you feel like you're trying to solve a riddle trophy? Rotating categories? Exclamation buttons? 1 month, you get 3% back on artisan cheese, but only if you buy it on Tuesday while wearing your suit. The next month, nothing. Zip. Nah, that's not a rewards program. That's a part-time job you didn't ask for. I don't know about you, but I've already got a job. Introducing the Titan Vault Apex card. With the Apex card, you get unlimited 47% cash back on every purchase, everything, everywhere, every single game. So you can keep playing games with those other guys, or you can get a card that treats you like a grown-up with things to do. Titan Ball. Serious rewards for serious people. Now tell me, what's in your vault?
Well, like I promised, that ad was shorter than last week's. But, 47% just seems too good to be true. At the same time, I don't want to be judged by that guy in the ad if I don't get one of those cards. Anyway, today's game is called Let Them Trade. It's a city builder, little cuter than Anno, but still fun, and it has a unique twist to it. I'll explain that once I get into the video. So let's just get on to the game. Okay, so jumping into this game, this is a fun little game that at first glance, it's a city builder. Because it happens to be winter right now, they've got a nice little holiday season thing going on, so that'll be fun. But anyway, so like I said, it looks like a city builder. Fun little, cute little city builders. You can tell the artwork's kind of more fun that way. However, what's interesting, the take that this one takes or uses, or we could call it gimmick if you want to do that. The name of the game is Let Them Trade. And the reason for that is because it's actually a light economics game. And I'll explain that once we jump in. But we'll go ahead. I will actually just do it's holiday season and I love snow. So we'll use the snow map. I've never done the snow map, so there might be some interesting new things for me. But, it makes it actually harder to... Let's don't do that one yet. Just because it's... I want to show you guys stuff here. So let me see. I've always done the campaign. Which the campaign's nice, but it's kind of silly. I think to show the game off, I want to go with something like this. So sure, yeah, we'll just jump with the Black Force, I guess. Let's see. Bandits enabled. Yeah, we can deal with bandits, I think. All right, so we'll just go ahead and do this. We'll jump right in. Okay, so let me pause and explain really what this game's about. Well, first off, this is the cool thing. It's really just a tabletop game. See, we actually we've got a little board game there. We're actually in a house. We've got a cat. Oh, look, it's even snowy outside and all that. So we're all snugly in our house playing a little game. Well, and I think I can't turn the... Oh, I can. Look, a little gingerbread kid. That's usually not there. Obviously, that's there because it's winter right now. Or, I'm playing this game in December, and it's Christmas time. All right. Anyway, got a little distracted there. Let's dive down in here. And so here, this will be interesting. I've never started on an island like this, but we are a castle, and we're a king or lord, man or lord, whatever you want to call us. And we're going to build little cities out here. Now, these areas, the gray areas, we don't know what's beyond there. So we'll go ahead and need to send our knight out to go there and explore. We'll do that to see what resources we could grab from those areas. But the initial thing that we need is we really need to build a couple of cities, so city centers, and then get them to do certain resources. The resources that make the most sense, or the beginning that you want to do, are wood, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Let's see if it kind of gives us an idea. So wood, oh yes, potatoes. So we need food and shelter. So we'll do that. However, I feel like we have to build a bridge. So we'll start by building a bridge right there. And what should I? So these different lands do different things too. Like obviously wood, we need to be able to build near a forest. And in fact, let's do that. Let's create a city center. We'll do right here. And you want to connect. the road. They don't need, they can go on areas that there is no road, but they go faster when there's a road. That's typical for these games. So this city, it can only use individuals from its city, so we need to build a house. If you notice, there's these little arrows that say, hey, this, if I build this, it'll be connected to this city. So let's see, let's put it there. And then what we'll also say is we want them to build and to start doing that. So the workers from here will supply that lumberjack area. We'll build more in that area, but for now, we'll leave that as is. Okay, so what we also talked about is we need potatoes. These, you see, if I click on it, it'll tell you what will work there. The resources that I can grow there are wool, which are like sheep, and then you get the wool from the sheep, potatoes, or wheat. So that's nice. That will work there. Okay. I've never seen those trees before, so they're kind of unique trees, but I don't think it matters, the trees types. But here's the thing. Back to what is the gimmick of this game and about trading. Other city builders that I've done, and I started doing it on this game until I realized it's the wrong way to do it in this game, because the way the game's built, is that usually I'd build a city and then try and build, like I'd build a city here and I'd say, hey, yeah, go and get, here's some housing and go start getting wood. And then I would build a farmer and have him do potatoes and make it a self-sustaining village. And then I'd build another village and kind of do similar things. And I might specialize a few small things in villages, but for the most part, I like to keep things self-sustaining. This game, you kind of break it, you kind of lose the game if you do it that way. And the reason is you want them trading. You want to have, so this city will only build wood, chop down trees. I'll probably build a sawmill also in this city, but it's going to be kind of the wood city. It's going to be just focused on that. So other cities are going to have to get their wood from this city. I'll build a potato field, maybe over here or something. I haven't decided. It's this stone, so I might do potatoes over here or whatever. But the potatoes, and they'll be just about potatoes. Maybe some other foods in there. Maybe I'll do a wheat field also in there. But they'll all be about doing that. And what happens is when they trade, they also use money. And I, as the Manor Lord, get to take taxes based upon the trade going back and forth. So that's why I said it's kind of a light economic game, is it's all about doing that. And you'll notice that I'll also, once these cities get bigger and have more money, I'll also be able to take money from them to be able to put into other parts of my kingdom. Whether you think that's good or not, that's kind of the way this game is built. And so it's really nice that way. So let me figure out where I should put my city for potatoes. And you know what? I am actually thinking it will make more sense. It'll be my food city. And there's fish right here. There wouldn't be fish in these areas. So I can build kind of like a wharf there and a potato farm there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my other... Oh, that's a problem. I will do this. I'll build a road that will connect here. And like I said, I will, for the peasants, we'll build a peasant house and then a potato farm. And now I'll go ahead and unpause And this is one of those games that's pretty lax, so I'm actually going to bump up the speed because I just need it to go a little faster. It's not like my grand strategy games that I'm pausing all the time. Okay, so both of them got done. This is kind of the fun part. You can also rename the city, which, I don't know, let's call this one, because this is the wooden city. I don't know. Actually, I think I'll leave the names for now until I get deeper into it. But now, what we see how much money each place has. But as they get going, see, he's taking, this dude's coming out. He's going to grab, he's taking some gold to go get some potatoes. This guy, they're getting gold, or taking gold to get some wood. You notice they go a little slower right there. So we're going to do that. So they go a little faster in certain areas. Now, based upon my experience, I know that they're going to, that I need to build this up a little more. So we're going to build another peasant place there. And, oh, right, I think there is a research tree located somewhere. Where is my research tree? Right, here it is. So we don't have fisheries researched yet. So that's what we'll focus on first. We're going to get some fisheries. Sawmill we do have. I think I'm going to need to build a sawmill. But kind of feel that I'll need to build some peasants up there. Get a sawmill right here. But we'll also get another wood gathering place. Some buildings will just need the straight up wood. Some will need the planks. Pretty standard for these types of games. Oh, there's a... Trying to remember what button I push to be able to see. That wasn't what I wanted. Looking for the thing that will tell me how many. I think this is it. That was the view. If you notice, I'm able to see how many people are in each, or the workers that are available. Let me actually get off. Oh, I did not do it. Problem is I play so many of these games and then I forget the shortcuts for each of this stuff. Okay, so they started off with 1,000 gold, and we noticed that they're actually building up and doing pretty good on getting that. Let's do some exploring though with our knight. So he'll go scout over here so we can kind of see just how many, you know, what resources there are around here. So he'll start flipping over these tiles, and each time he goes out, he can only do a max of 8, and that's based upon the food that he's gathered for his trip. But he's revealing a bunch of other places. Oh, wait, I'm trying to research, but I need to build a research center, or else it's not going to do anything. because the research center will actually build that up for me. Build up the research points. Okay, I might start doing a little fast forwarding so that you guys don't have to sit through this boring part. Okay, so we're a little further in now. I've actually built a third city. This third city is actually doing getting stone, and it also has sheep, so it's getting me wool, which will help me upgrade certain things. I've also researched to be able to add bigger homes, so I can have 3 people there than just 2, which provides them more, that city more workers, which is important, obviously, really good. But yes, I need to actually figure out how to use those workers appropriately. Definitely need to get more potatoes going. We'll do that. Let's jump over to our research tree, though. And we want to see what we want to research to be able to build out things. Now, one thing that I like to do is increase the trader speed so they go a little faster, and the logistics speed. That just means within the city, they'll transport goods quicker, and between cities, they'll transport goods a little faster as well. So that's really important. Well, hopefully you're kind of seeing the way this plays a little bit. Is each of these cities are just trading with each other. I'm getting money from that trade. In a bit, if you notice over here, I started off with 10,000 gold. Now I'm down to 4,000 because of the upgrades that I've been doing. It will go up slowly because of the trade that is happening between the cities, but I will also jump in and take money from cities. Early game, I like to keep it down to where they only have about 1,000 gold, because they don't really spend their gold on anything other than going and buying goods from other cities, and 1,000 gold is more than enough to be able to do that. But what happens is when I get that 1,000, you can only steal 1,000 at a time. Steal, tax, sorry, whatever you want to call it. When I take that 1,000, it puts it in my main part, and then I can, like I said, I can put it back into the building up of establishing other buildings, or like other cities. I can also use it for upgrading the keep and upgrading our military, so that when and if bandits show up, I have to, deal with them. It's also building up, roads. They all cost money and stuff. And then also, I can upgrade the cities, but that cost, if I remember correctly, comes from my keeps bucket. So a lot of times is I'll take 1,000 gold from a city and then put 1,000 gold back into the city through development. So in essence, it's not really stealing it entirely, because it's all going back into it. Kind of wish that they would just, I guess they could upgrade. I think this allows you to auto upgrade things, but then they'd make the decision, and I don't care for that too much. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so I just come over here and see I could either give them 1,000 gold, which some cities you need to do that, because at the beginning they're just struggling to start getting developed. and then they'll start making good money. Other ones, or other times, you can just take, and that's kind of what I'll do for these ones, for definitely these two, because they're doing really well. This one, let's see, if it goes up to 1.4 elves. Yeah, see, it's dipping a little bit. It's trying to figure out how to say sustaining, so I'll let it be for now. All right, let's see. Well, they're still kind of trying to build up their towns, these homes, to provide more workers. That'll be good. So yeah, we just keep on building up the city. I mean, obviously you have this whole tree. We start off with this stuff, kind of build it up, but then you get into the next level, and I could build out this beginning of the next level. What's interesting is any of these factories or places, to be able to do the workers that are supplied for this come from this worker home. So peasants provide this, workers provide for this, citizens provide for this, all these types of buildings, and then up here you have aristocrats that really don't do anything, right? That's what normal aristocrats do. Just go around and bragging about how special and elite they are to others. But yeah, so there's these things that we can build. So I think I'm gonna jump into the wheat stuff. I haven't had any problem with bandits yet, so I'll stay away from the barracks for now. Taverns are nice because they can provide entertainment, but I don't feel that they're needed right away, or right now. And they tend to take a lot of the food. They might also need beer. I can't remember, but if they do, then I'm not making beer yet. Okay, so look, there is a bandit camp discovered. So I'm going to tell my knight, hey dude, come over here. Oh, pressed on the wrong mouse button. But I'm going to tell him to come over here, because every once in a while the bandits will come out and steal money from me or the village. So now they'll fight. It's 3-on-3. They don't really have any recruits. I haven't built up that part of my village yet. But see, we've done it. We didn't take any gold because they hadn't stolen any gold yet, and they weren't going to. Let's have him go explore over there. So we're doing as we've explored, we have found, okay, there's a coal deposit, that's great, an iron deposit. Those will be nice for other things as they come along. Much further down the tech tree though. Let's see. Might try and build this out just a little bit more, so I'll do a little more fast forwarding here to get to a bigger city. We'll at least build out our fourth city that we can build and get there. So I have built a new town, my fourth town. Like I said, I'd get up to this point. This is now the working class instead of just the peasant class. And they, of course, can do more things than what the working class, what the peasant class is able to do. Yeah, they are, what they're going to be doing is making t-shirts, taking the wool and make, well, not t-shirts, but clothing. They will also, I'm building a charcoal burning place, and so we'll need charcoal or coal You can mine coal, but you have to actually research that, and that's a little further up the tree. But anyways, you get the charcoal, and then you can use that for, I mean, it'll be for heating homes, but it'll also, oh wow, there's some bandit that people are out looking for. I don't know where my knights is. Oh, there it is. Sorry for being stopped here. Let's have him go attack this place. Well, they've got 6. You might lose this battle to start. But anyway, like I said, I was distracted. They use charcoal for also making bread and other things along those lines. So we'll need it for that. It looks though to me that we will need to build a light barracks right there. You know, light barracks will give our knight more people to go fight with. I don't know if he automatically... Cool. We defeated that. So we don't need to worry tons about that, but later on, yes, we will. Let's have him just return to the castle. Yeah, we're right now creating light warriors to go with them. Anyway, back to this. So it looks like we're almost done with our charcoal plant there. So some of these other cities, looks like we can take some money from them because they've got a lot. So that we can start building more, enhancing things and whatnot. So we also might end up having to give this place a little bit of money. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here. This kind of shows you roughly what we're doing, how we're trading, and how this game kind of plays. It's pretty fun. If you want to see more of this one, since it's a city builder and a little more interesting, let me know. But we might just stick with Alno right now. Anyway, we'll stop right here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was pretty fun to make. And that game's pretty fun. It's a nice little casual one. Not as deep as games like Alno or other ones. But it is interesting twist on how you have to set up your cities to be able to trade amongst them so that you can make your money. Nice economic builder. Let me know if you want to know more about that game. That said, thanks for joining us in the Hall of Games. And from all of us at the Alessio the Great Show, keep on playing and keep on being great.